Hey, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Shanae and today I would like to talk to you about matcha tea. Matcha tea is Japanese green tea made from finely ground green tea leaves. And not any kind of green tea though. These matcha green teas are grown in a shade which increases the chlorophyll amount in the leaves that gives the tea powders that bright green beautiful color. And then the leaves are hand-picked for processing. I even read that in the past they used to be ground by hand in the dark to retain as much nutrients as possible. Matcha tea is very nutritious, really healthy drink, and I used to love baking with matcha tea in the past, but most recently, about 6 months or so, my husband and I switched from coffee to drinking matcha tea in the mornings, and let me tell you, we love it. And I would like to share with you 3 reasons that we specifically love matcha tea over coffee. First of all, I noticed recently that whenever I drink coffee, I was getting this coffee symptoms, like coffee jitters. In the afternoon, I would feel like shaky hands, weak in my knees, and maybe it's because I started drinking more coffee because, mom life, but also even if I have 1 cup of coffee, I was feeling this withdrawal symptoms in the afternoon, and if I drink more, it gets worse and whatnot. So when on the days that I don't drink coffee, I was normal. So it was definitely the coffee was doing that to me. And another reason we love it is because my husband used to have heartburns, and when he quit coffee, he stopped having heartburns whatsoever. Like he would even eat banana with no problems at all. So that was a selling point for us for sure. And one more reason we love matcha tea is because unlike coffee, you don't get this boost of caffeine all at once after drinking it. Because of the chemical matcha tea has called L-theanine, this slows down the absorption of caffeine in the body. So your body doesn't get the rush of caffeine. Instead, they will get little doses throughout the day. So like for over 3-4 hours, you'll get little boosts of caffeine and you stay awake. I really like it. Today, I'm going to show you how I make matcha latte in the morning. It's really simple and straightforward process. I like it to keep it simple. Before I share with you how to make matcha latte, I wanna talk to you about different kinds of matcha tea. So if you have never had matcha tea before, let me try to describe how it tastes. Matcha tea has this earthy and slightly grassy taste to it with a sweet undertone. If you tried matcha tea in the past and you decided you don't like it because it's grassy and bitter taste, I encourage you to try a higher grade of matcha tea because bitter taste indicates lower quality of matcha tea. Like high quality matcha tea should be smooth and slightly sweet. And that brings me to the next point. There are 2 grades of matcha tea, ceremonial and culinary. Ceremonial matcha tea is the highest quality of matcha that is used for tea ceremonies in Japan, for example, and ceremonial matcha tea has that beautiful bright green color and has a smooth and sweet taste to it. It's really, really delicious. Culinary matcha tea, on the other hand, is a little lower quality, but at the same time, it's also great for adding into smoothies, in baking especially. I love baking with matcha tea and usually use culinary grade matcha tea for baking. Also, it's great for lattes because you're gonna add milk into it. You won't taste that bitterness is masked with milk and sweetener of your choice. I have a few different types of matcha tea in my tea drawer, and I'm going to show you exactly how different they look. I used to buy my matcha tea in Japanese airports on my way to Mongolia. I used to go to Mongolia like every summer, but ever since I had my second son, I haven't been able to go to Mongolia. So we bought different types of matcha teas in grocery stores, on Amazon and everything. So I've gathered a few different options and I'll show you how they look differently. So this Japanese instant green tea is like not regular green tea. It's not as powdery, it's like granules. It has that beautiful taste. It does dissolve really quickly, but it's not my favorite. Although it came from Japan, but it's good, but not as good as Ceremonial. I don't know, I can't read all these Japanese letters, so it just says instant green tea, and I think it's more processed, like instant coffee maybe. So this matcha tea is actually Ceremonial matcha tea. It has the brightest color. This one is matcha latte. So here's another thing for you to look at it. When you look at the ingredients, make sure in the ingredients you see only matcha tea. This is sweetened. It has sugar in it, and I think there's also like a little bit milk. These pre-made mixes are not my favorite. Like, they're overly sweet, not my favorite. So be careful when you're reading. I had another package, like keto matcha tea or something, and that was really, really gross. So pay attention to the ingredient list. You don't want anything other than green tea powder. This matcha tea is culinary degree matcha tea. We use this most often, so it's really fair quality. In lattes, it's great if you want to drink straight tea with just water. I wouldn't recommend this one. Oh, I would recommend Ceremonial matcha tea over culinary one, but for baking especially, this is perfect. I have the beautiful matcha strawberry roll cake on my website. Check it out if you would like. And also I'm making matcha angel food cake recipe soon, so stay tuned for that. This is the kind we buy in Japan, so they're really good quality as well. To make matcha tea, you probably seen this kind of tool. It's called chasen. It's really good for mixing the matcha tea in the water. You don't need this tool. I've used one previous to this one all the time, and it actually broke down on me, but it's not necessary if you don't need to. Like, I found this baby spoon actually really helpful in making my matcha tea because it's so flexible and small. I can just press down on the powder to dissolve in the water. I use this tool often for making my matcha tea on a daily basis, but this tool is cool. But I don't use it. I bought it just to make this video and for my photography. Another useful tool you might need or want to have is this $10 milk frother. Just mixes your sweetener in the milk really nicely. And another thing is for milk, we like to use almond milk over regular milk. The regular milk is just not as tasty as almond milk. And oat milk also will work great. I sometimes add a little bit honey in my milk. It's optional, sometimes I don't, but very little. I don't like too sweet tea. So yeah, I use this frother. It's like $10. I will link it down below in the description, but this is what I use for frothing my milk with sugar. Okay, now let me show you how I make morning matcha latte, and if you have any questions, let me know. And there you go. so delicious. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or if you learned something new, please share that in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.